Hey crypto family, hope y'all doing good today. So today we're going to go some TA for Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So looking at Ethereum here, on the hourly chart, I did have this trend line that was very, very strong from January 24th. On the hourly, you can see that Ethereum did break that trend line, but you can see it's trying to form a double bottom here. So if Ethereum does form that double bottom, I can definitely see it at a minimum retesting this resistance here around $3,000. Which then will coincide with this trend line resistance as well. So I can definitely see us coming to a short-term relief up to that 3,060 level, and then potentially rejecting again from there, or all the way up from where the double bottom started, which would be around 3130. So these are some levels I'm looking at right now. Otherwise, if Ethereum continues to break down, looking at support at 2850, and then a bounce from there. If not, then going to look at our next major support around that 2630 level. So these are levels I'm watching closely. If it does break this 3060 level, again looking at this trend line resistance, and then looking at this previous resistance that it broke at 3250. So those are some big levels I'm looking out for. You can see the RSI right now. It has bounced off the RSI very nice around that negative 58 level off this trend line here. So again, the RSI is looking like it wants to form an inverse head and shoulders as well. So again, some room to the upside, could run from here. We'll have to see what the overall market does. Next, looking at the S&P, you can see here that I did draw this downward trend line, basically this kind of pattern that we're in right now, and you can see S&P did break out a little bit, but then it rejected to the downside. So I think we're going to continue to be in this downward trajectory. Unfortunately for stocks, you can see on the daily, this RSI was acting as resistance multiple times. So we are having a lot of resistance here. So definitely can see the S&P retesting that 4,300 level for support. If it does break that, looking at 4,170. But yeah, this trend line right here is what we're trying to break if we want to have that bullish thesis for the S&P. So it'll be around 4460. So I'm going to watch that closely for Monday on the open. Now, last but not least, going over to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I didn't change anything from my previous chart. You can see I did draw a descending wedge on the daily, and this has played out very nicely. Okay, so when Bitcoin broke this long-term trend from its high, basically this is what was a conviction to get into a long. Okay, now you can see right now I am looking for Bitcoin to retrace back down to that 40,500 level and then bounce from there and then retest this 46,100. Now I say that because I'm looking at an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so you can clearly see left shoulder, the head, and now the right shoulder is trying to form. So I definitely can see that. Also, you can see here on the RSI, it did break that trend line, downward trend line on the RSI. So again, kind of in no man's land right now, but looking to basically head back to the upside, and we still have some room to run. Then going to look at that 53 level as resistance, and then finally this 78 level up here for the RSI as resistance here. So those are levels I'm looking at on Bitcoin. If it does break below this 40,500, looking for it to actually retest this descending wedge as support now, which unfortunately would be around 32 to 33,000. Okay, I know no one wants to see that, but with the news about Ukraine, Russia, everything is very possible. Now for bullish thesis, again 46.1. Then if it breaks that, looking at 52,400. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this TA. If y'all had any questions about any of the indicators I used or any of my technical analysis, how I draw my trend lines or support resistance, please let me know in the comments below. Please like the video and please subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. It helps my numbers and it helps me to pump out content for y'all. So with that, until next time, thanks for watching.